Yo, 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 this is Mr. O. Yo, 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 Mr. O. And today we're going to learn about quadratic function. We're going to learn how to graph a quadratic function, identifying the standard form, the vertex, the isosymmetry, and how to graph it from a table values. And again, there are multiple ways of graphing a quadratic function, okay? So this one of the way that we're gonna do it, okay? All right, let's go ahead now. Quadratic function, the ideas. So the standard form of a quadratic equation is y is equal to x squared. That's basically the parent function. Y is equal to x squared. But we write ax squared plus bx plus c. We know that the y and f of x are the same thing. You know, this is the function, this is the equation. And wherein the a is the leading coefficient, b is the coefficient of the x, c is a constant. A dictates a lot of things here, you know, especially its signs and its steepness. And c there is your y-intercept, okay? We will go more to the details as we go through this video. A quadratic equation creates a U shape. So the graph of a quadratic function or equation is like a U-shaped curve, which is called parabola. Something like this, okay? Or goes like that. How do they differ? Okay. Using your graphing calculator, sketch the following. Okay, so you can use your calculator here and try to plug in this function f of x equal to x squared plus 2x minus 5 and f of x equals to negative x squared plus 3x plus 7. Let's do it here. Show it to you. So the problem there is x squared plus 2x minus 5. So y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 5. You will see it's still like a U shape. And in this case here, the y-intercept there is negative 5. So I'll copy that down. So it's a U shape, something like this way. And it cross at negative 5 there because that's negative 5. It opens upward, if you notice, opens up. And while the other one negative, okay, let's go here. Negative, this will be 3x, and this is plus 7, okay? All right. And the y-intercept there is 0, 7. It opens downward. Okay, so let's go back here. So the graph is something like this. And this one here is positive 7. Opens downward. Opens down. Now, you have to understand that the reason why this is opening upward is because the value of a here is 1. Remember from the standard form, a is the leading coefficient, the coefficient of x squared. Here is 1, and that's a positive. That's why it opens upward. If it's negative, it opens downward. Okay? So if a is positive, here, if a is positive, it opens up. If a is negative, it opens downward. Okay? And with the y-intercepts remaining, that's negative 5, so this negative 5, that's positive 7, that's 7. Those are your C from your standard form. Okay? That's the hint. Now, the vertical line that divides a parabola into two equal parts is called the isosymmetry. When you have a graph of a parabola, which is a U shape, this really cuts into half equally with a line, this orange line here, or dotted line. That is called the axis of symmetry, or the AOS. That's the one that cuts into equal parts, one on the left side, one on the right side, okay? The formula for isosymmetry is x equal to negative b over 2a. The b and the a are coming from the standard form of your quadratic equation, okay? So the turning point of the parabola is called the vertex. So the vertex is, if this is the turning point, that's a vertex, or going this way, that's a vertex there. Okay. It's either the minimum value or is a maximum value of your quadratic equation or parabola. It really depends. If it opens upward, it's the minimum because it's the lowest point. It opens upward there, it's downward, it's maximum because it's the highest point. Okay. Um, Turning point of the parabola is called the vertex. When the vertex is the lowest point, it's called the minimum. When it's highest point, it is called maximum. Okay. Label this parts on the graph above. Okay. Label this graph part above, which is we did already, but so this one here is your vertex, and that's your minimum, and this your vertex, that's your maximum. And if we have to draw the isosymmetry, the isosymmetry pass through the vertex. The isosymmetry pass through the vertex. All right, let's move on here. Determine whether each function has a minimum or maximum. Again, if it's minimum, it opens upward. So therefore, the value of a there is positive. It's maximum if a is negative because it opens downward. Then find the isosymmetry and vertex. Okay, let's do it now. So since here the value of a here is 4, that's positive, so it opens upward. So therefore, the vertex there is the minimum value. The isosymmetry, the formula is x equal to negative b over 2a. On this case here, we only have 4x squared. Well, there's no bx, so that's 0x. The c there is 0. So therefore, the b is negative 0 over 2 times 4. 0 times 8, 0 divided by 8 is 0. So therefore, isosymmetry x equals 0. X is equal to 0. That's basically the y-axis. The vertex here is you will plug in the 0 back to the equation. So you're going to find f of 0, 4 times 0 squared. Obviously, 0 times 0 or 0 squared is 0 times 4 is 0. So therefore, f of 0 is 0. So the vertex here is 0, 0, or the origin. Okay. So if you graph that one, guys, if you're required to graph, the vertex is right here. And it opens upward. So it goes something like that. And the isosymmetry is x equals 0, which will be along the y-axis. Okay, and that's a minimum value. Number 2. So here you see the a is negative 1, b is equal to 6. So therefore, it's a negative 1, so it opens downward. So it's going to be a maximum value. X equals negative b over 2a is the formula to find the isosymmetry. Negative 6 over 2 times negative 1. This will become negative 6 over negative 2, which is positive 3. So therefore, x is equal to 3. You plug in back the 3 to the x's here to identify the y-coordinate of your vertex. So it will become f of 3 is equal to negative 3 squared plus 6 times 3. 3 squared is 9, so but there's a negative here, so it's going to be negative 9 plus 18. 6 times 3 is 18. Then that will be 9 there. So f of 3 is equal to 9. So therefore, the vertex here would be 3 comma 9. So if you are required to graph this one here, the isosymmetry is 3, 1, 2, 3, and 9 is going up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That point there. And it's negative, so it opens downward. That's why it's maximum, going down this way. And you need to have your isosymmetry that passes through the vertex. And that's your maximum value. Okay? Next, f of x equal to negative 2x squared plus 7. Since the value of a here is negative 2, the value of b here is 0, the value of c here is 7. A is negative, so it opens downward, so that's the maximum value. To get the isosymmetry, x equals negative b over 2a. Negative b is 0 over 2 times a is negative 2. 2 times negative 2 will give us negative 4, but 0 divided by negative 4 is still going to be 0, so x equal to 0 for the axis of symmetry. We plug in the 0 back to get the value of the y-coordinate to the vertex. So it will be now f of 0, negative 2, 0 squared plus 7. You square first, 0 squared is 0, times negative 2 is still 0. 0 plus 7 is going to be 7. So f of 0 equals 7. So therefore, the vertex now is 0, comma 7. There you go. If you graph that one there, so we start at 0, 7 right here. Let's say that's 7. It opens downwards, so it goes downwards here. Don't forget the arrowheads. And that's the same with the x equals 0. No, no, no. There's something wrong there. Hmm. Oh, I don't know. We missed the graph here. It's not 7, 0. It has to be 7. The 7 is right here. The graph goes like this. And the isosymmetry goes to the vertex, and that's the isosymmetry here. And that's a maximum value because it's opens upward, downward. All right, next is f of x equal to x squared minus 8x plus 9. A here is equal to 1, b here is equal to negative 8, c here is equal to 9. Since a is positive, it opens upward, so that is a minimum value. To get the axis of symmetry, x equals negative b over 2a. B here is negative 8, so negative negative 8 over 2 times 1. 2 times 1 is going to be 2, but negative negative will be positive 8. 4 divided by 2, 8 divided by 2 is 4. So therefore, the axis of symmetry is x equal to 4. When you find a vertex, you're going to plug in the 4 back to the x's here in the problem. That gives us 4 squared minus 8 times 4 plus 9. What's 4 squared? 4 squared is 16 minus 32 plus 9. 16 minus 32 is negative 16 plus 9 will give us what? 16 minus 9 will be negative 7. Okay, so therefore, this will give you 4 minus 7. Okay, if you notice, whatever your axis of symmetry is the same thing as the x coordinate of your vertex. If there's 0, that's also 0 there. And that's 3 here. The axis of symmetry is 3. So the x coordinate is also 3 over here. Alrighty, so if you're required to graph this one, go to 4, negative 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, down 7, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Opens upward like that, arrowheads, and the axis of symmetry is the one that goes down vertically that cross the vertex. All right, so how do we graph quadratic equation by using a table? Okay, so the first one is find the axis of symmetry and the vertex. So place the vertex as the middle row, number up, down, then complete the table, then graph it. Okay, so again, to find the symmetry, if we're given f of x equals negative 3x squared, x equal to negative b over 2a, there's no b there, so it's negative 0, which is going to be 0 also. 2a is negative 3, so that's going to be 0 over negative 6, which is still going to 0. So the axis of symmetry is x is equal to 0. The vertex there, you're gonna plug in 0 here. 0 times 0 is 0 times negative 3 is still 0. So therefore, the vertex is 0, 0. So I'm gonna put 0, 0 right here. I'm gonna pick a number 1, 2, 3. This one here is before 0 now. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So I will plug in the values of 1 here. What's 1 squared? So I'm going to erase this one here. So f of 1 is equal to negative 3, 1 squared. F of 2, negative 3, 2 squared. F of 3, negative 3, 3 squared. Again, remember that we have to square it first. That's going to be 1 squared is 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. 2 squared is 4. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. 3 squared is 9. This will be negative 27. Okay, so I'm going to put here negative 3, negative 12, negative 27, and apply to the other side too, which is negative 3 here, negative 12, negative 27. They will be the same thing. Okay, now, so I'm going to put the 0, 0, which is right here, 1, negative 3, Oh, negative 3 goes down. 1, negative 3. And then we don't have space for 2 and 12, so it's somewhere right here. And then on the other end, boom. Connect them all. Oh, I missed that. That's good. Okay. And your axe of symmetry, boom, 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 boom. And we know that this is the what do you call this? Maximum value. All right. Domain range. So the graph is going to the left. This go to the right. So that is from negative infinity to positive infinity. The range there was the lowest point. The lowest point there is the bottom portion, which is the infinity, negative infinity, and the highest point there is zero bracket. Or you can say y is less than or equal to zero. Kaboom. F of x equal to 2x squared minus 8x plus 6. Again, the value of a here is 2. The value of b is negative 8. C is 6. Since a is positive, we know it opens upward. The formula to get the vertex x equal to negative b over 2a, x equal to negative 8 over 2 times 2, which will give us 8 over 4, which is going to be 2. So the axis of symmetry here is x equal to 2. And for me to find the vertex, I'm going to plug in the 2 back there. So it's going to be 2 squared minus 8 times 2 plus 6. Again, you're going to multiply this reverse. 4 times 2 is 8 minus 16 plus 6. This will be negative 8 plus 6, which is negative 2. So therefore, our vertex here is 2 comma negative 2. So I'll put it 2 comma negative 2. I'll pick numbers on the left and right or up or down of 2. So 1, 0, negative 1. This is 3, 4, and 5. All right. So let me erase this portion now here. So now we're going to plug in f of 1 to 2, 1 squared minus 8 times 1 plus 6. F of 0, 2 times 0 squared minus 8 times 0 plus 6. F of negative 1, 2 times negative 1 squared minus 8 times negative 1 plus 6. Okay, so this will be 1 squared. This will be 2 minus 8 plus 6. This will become negative 6 plus 6 will be 0. Let's go to 0. That's easy. 0 squared is 0. 8 times 0 is 0. So this will be just 6. And 1 negative 1 squared is 1 times 2 is 2 plus 8 plus 6. So it's going to be 16. I'm just going to copy everything here. So 0, 6, 16. If I plot the points here, I'm going to start with the vertex, which is 2, negative 2, 2, negative 2, 1, 0, 0, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I don't have space for the negative 116 there. So I'm just going to go to the other end, which is 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, and the reflection on the other side. Okay, connect them all. Make sure it's a U, not a V. There you go. Okay, so this is your vertex. The isosymmetry is the dotted line that crossed to the vertex. This is your minimum value domain. This is going to the left, this goes to the right, so all real numbers. The range here is from the lowest point is this value here, which is your negative 2 to the infinity, and this is bracket parentheses. All right, there you have it, guys. I hope you understand how to graph a quadratic equation from a standard form. You know how to find the vertex and isosymmetry. The formula is negative b over 2a for the isosymmetry. Then you plug that back in to get the vertex. When the a is positive, it opens upward. When a is negative, it opens downward. this is minimum, this maximum. When you know already the vertex and you're being asked to graph it on the table, you plug that vertex back to the table and then find the values of x. And then for you to find the value of y, you're gonna plug that x values to the problem, and you know how to find them in range. All right. All right. I hope you learned something. Kaboom.